Good morning, dear students. Today we have start the unit second, pharmacology of drug acting on cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system is the railway system of the body. That means it transports nutrients to all the organs and tissue to keep them supplied with energy. In much the same way, trains transport supplies across the country. The healthy cardiovascular system is essential to overall health and wellness. This lesson outlines some of common drugs acting on cardiovascular system includes drug used in therapy of shock, then hematinics, coagulant and anticoagulants, then fibrinolytics and antiplatelet drugs, and also plasma volume expungers. And so in today's lecture we have going to discuss about the drug used in the therapy of shock. So shock is the state of circulatory collapse characterized by an arterial blood pressure unable to maintain adequate tissue perfusion. Means what? Shock is the state of not enough blood flow to the tissue of the body as a result of problems with circulatory system. There are the initial symptoms may include weakness, fast heart rate, fast breathing, sweating, anxiety, and also increased thirst. And these may be followed by confusion, unconsciousness, cardiac arrest as a complication reason. Causes of shock: hemorrhage means bleeding or lots of blood, severe bleeding, then second is burns, and then dehydration, severe vomiting, diarrhea, bacterial septicemia, that means blood poisoning, and it occurs when a bacterial infection elsewhere in the body such as lungs or skin, and it enters in the bloodstream or blood circulation. Then pulmonary embolism means in this condition one or more arteries in the lungs become blocked by blood clot. Then the shock is divided into four main types, which is based on the underlying causes. First is low volume shock, then second cardiogenic shock, third is obstructive shock, and fourth is distributive shock. Low volume shock, it may be from bleeding, vomiting, or pancreatitis. Then cardiogenic shock, it may be due to the heart attack or cardiac contusion. Then third is obstructive shock, it may be due to the cardiac tamponade or tension pneumothorax, means compression of the heart caused by the fluid collecting in the sac surrounding the heart. Then last one is a distributive or distributed shock. It may be due to the sepsis, spinal cord injury, or certain overdose. Then the diagnosis is generally based on the combination of symptoms, physical examination, and laboratory test. The treatment of shock may be divided into primary therapy for the presumed causes of syndrome, that means hemorrhage, infection, myocardial infarction, or anaphylaxis, and secondary therapy for the correlation of the associated hemodynamic disturbance. There are the following drugs are employed for their hemodynamic effect. First is sympathomimetic amines. Example is adrenaline, noradrenaline, ephedrine, or phenylephrine. Then second is alpha adrenoreceptor blocking agent. Example is phenoxybenzamine. Third is corticosteroid, in that methylprednisolone. Then fourth one is oxygen. Next is cardiac glycoside. Example is digoxin. Then next is glucagon, and last is dextran. So we'll see one by one. Sympathomimetic amines, they exert their cardiovascular effect by acting on beta adrenoreceptor in the heart and alpha and beta 2 adrenoreceptor in the blood vessel, and dopamine receptor in the renal, mesenteric, coronary, and cerebral vascular beds. When the shock is due to the inadequate circulating blood volume, blood or plasma volume expander should be administered first, and later, if needed, the sympathomimetic may be used to improve the tissue perfusion. The mechanism action of sympathomimetic amines are: the sympathomimetic amines maintain perfusion of the vital organs such as brain, heart, kidney, and other visceral organs by one or more of the following mechanism. First is increasing myocardial contractility, which increases cardiac output provided the venous return is adequate. Then second is constricting the capacitance vessels or venules and preventing venous pooling. And third one is dilating resistance vessel or arterioles in vital organs without affecting or constricting the resistance vessel in the non-vital organs. Some drugs of this category are as follows. Drug used in the sympathomimetic amines, or drugs which include in the sympathomimetic amines. First is noradrenaline. It raises the perfusion pressure and the cardiac output with very low peripheral vascular resistance. Noradrenaline induces further vasoconstriction and is rarely helpful, or rather it is harmful. Then second is adrenaline. The use of adrenaline is restricted in the anaphylactic shock, which increases the cardiac output and lower the total peripheral resistance. Also, renal blood flow is not increased. Then in cardiac arrest, adrenaline is used at concentration 1 mg per 10 ml intravenously, and in anaphylaxis, adrenaline used at concentration 1 mg per 1 ml intramuscularly. Then next is dopamine. It is biochemical precursor of the noradrenaline and adrenaline, but it exerts hemodynamic effect which are quantitatively different from noradrenaline, adrenaline, and also other sympathomimetic amines. Dopamine increases renal and mesenteric blood flow, possibly by acting on the dopamine receptors. Next is in dopamine, in vasoconstricted patient, it can be usefully combined with an alpha blocking agent, and dopamine has usefully employed in the management of cardiogenic, septic, and traumatic shock. Then next is isoprenaline. It has a beta adrenergic action both on the heart and blood vessels or periphery, and it is useful or it is helpful in the patient of shock with high peripheral vascular resistance. Then next is metorominol. It has hemodynamic action like noradrenaline, but the duration of action is longer. Then dobutamine. It is a newer sympathetic catecholamine, and it acts mainly on cardiac beta 1 rather than on the alpha and beta 2 receptor of the blood vessel. Dobutamine is used for short-term therapy to increase the cardiac output in patients with severe congestive heart failure and patients following cardiac surgery. The contraindications of sympathomimetic amines are: sympathomimetic amines should not be given in pregnancy or in people who have hypertension. The second class of drug used in the therapy of shock is alpha adrenoreceptor blocking agent. These agents reduce the vasoconstriction produced by reflex release of noradrenaline from the adrenergic nerve and catecholamine from the adrenal medulla as a result of shock. Then third class is corticosteroids. These drugs cause the vasodilation and a positive inotropic effect, thereby improving tissue perfusion. Fourth one is oxygen. It increases the cardiac output and also tissue oxygenation. If arterial partial pressure of oxygen is below than the 60 mm of Hg, or dyspnea or cyanosis is present, the oxygen administration is required. Frequent monitoring of blood gases must be done to avoid oxygen toxicity. Fifth class is cardiac glycosides. It improves myocardial contraction and raises the cardiac output and also improve tissue perfusion, especially in case of congestive heart failure. Then next class is glucagon. It increases the myocardial contractility and raises the cardiac output. Glucagon definitely improves the hemodynamic status of patient in acute heart failure, also following cardiac surgery, and in shock following in myocardial infarction. Then last class is dextrans. These are the effective plasma volume expander used in the emergency treatment of hypovolemic shock, but they do not replace blood or its derivative in the treatment of hemorrhagic shock. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you.